Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jawnz. Got huge news here about CNN. This is over in the States. So, something I haven't really talked about on the channel yet is gambling. It's a worldwide epidemic, and people are killing themselves all the time over gambling debts. I've got a close friend of mine that has had issues with it. Thankfully, he's still with us, but it just rips into people's lives. I've actually had two friends, one that I'm not in contact with anymore, because they just start reaching out and asking everybody for money. And you can lend a friend money once, and then if it's not paid back... Anyway, I think I'm not really much of a gambler. I like to have a game of poker, but never really been much of a gambler because I just understand basic statistics. I think when I was a kid, someone at a primary school or giving a talk told me that you could lay $1 coins from Brisbane to Melbourne side by side all the way down to the road, and you get to choose one of them to turn over and you're the winner. That's the kind of odds that you're looking at when you're playing the lotto or playing the slots or a lot of these things. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And Twitch and other things have been promoting gambling on their website. Lots of these streamers are gambling with crypto, and they've got these crypto casinos, and I think it's all a big mistake. But anyway, look, if this is what people want to do, and it seems like the whole world wants to gamble, so if that's what people want to do, who am I to tell them not to? So anyway, moving on. So now CNN has made a partnership with Kalshi, which I've never heard of before, but basically they're like a prediction market. So I think what they were doing were there's a Poly market or something website where basically you can predict on bet on predictions on who's going to win an election, for instance. So real life matters. People are starting to bet on these things. It's not just sports and sports gambling and casino gambling and online gambling. It's people are gambling on who's going to win an election or whether a bill gets passed or literally just anything, right? But this is obviously there's so much money in all of this stuff. If you're looking at a gambling sponsorship, it's probably going to be 10 times the amount of another regular sponsor that might sponsor you for your content or whatever. It's just astronomical the amount more that these people pay because they have the money, because they're just raking it in from everybody. They don't have to pay out very often. But anyway, this to me is a huge own goal for mainstream media, because what's going to happen, the thing is, these prediction markets, they don't lie, because if they lie, the company loses money, right? They have to give odds based on truth and fact, right? So if you want to know don't look at the polls, go and look at a prediction market if you want to know who's going to win an election. Because I'm going to quote someone here, but red can lie to you, blue can lie to you, but green can never lie to you. And if you don't know what that means, I'm talking about red for Republican, blue for Democrat, and green for money. The money never lies. Never. You always follow the money. So this is a huge own goal for mass media, because if this takes over, even worldwide in Australia, all of a sudden your government-funded ABC and Channel 7 and Channel 9 and Channel 10 and all of these Facebook, whatever mainstream media slop that we're getting, which is 90% left, all of a sudden disappears. It's totally useless. All it's good for is telling those enriching stories about the local family doing something nice. That's all it's going to be there for. Because if you want actual fact and unbiased opinion, you go to one of these prediction markets. So with this injunction that hopefully we're going to hear about in about 20 hours time, we should know whether this injunction is going to go through or not for the social media ban. And that'll give us 3 more months, basically, before the ban will come into effect. And the Supreme Court then will determine whether it needs to be looked at more, whether it's unconstitutional or not. And unfortunately, it's being brought about by 15-year-olds, championed by, I think, one of the senators. But anyway, mainstream media all of this nonsense about what the politicians say in press conferences, it would just all evaporate. All of the game disappears because now we have the real statistics. So this is a huge own goal. And I'm glad that gambling's so big because this is just huge. So I really want to see how this pans out. And another point, you know that CNN is down bad when they have to partner with a gambling company to gain credibility. So do we want to read this? They're going to share their data to its journalism across its television, digital, and social channels exclusives. So I don't think this really matters. I've said all of the points that really matter. And this is just so big. We've had a couple of huge wins today on the right, and I'm just glad that I was able to share it with you. So give a like and a comment. Let me know what you think. If there's something I've missed, I'd love to hear about it. But thanks, give a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.